I'm Warren Ellis, and I'm really happy to be here in Barcelona at the library Finestres. Beautiful bookshop. So wonderful to see a bookshop that's new and awesome. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm here, I believe, I picked 3 books, is that right? The guy, you can't see this guy behind, but he has the most beautiful moustache, the most beautiful head of hair, and the most beautiful child. It's like win, win, win.
Thank you.
So I've got 3 books I picked that for no particular reason, but I like them and they're available. The first one I picked is Albert Camus' L'étranger, The Outsider, which I read, I guess, when I was 14 and studying French very poorly and failed French. But I read this book in French with a dictionary and it absolutely confounded me, but introduced me to movement of writing that followed through with Eugène Ionesco, the bald opera singer, La Leçon. Took me into things like Equus by Paul Schaeffer, surrealist writing. It opened a door to me, and I don't know, this book was, I think, one of the first times I picked up a book and I couldn't really understand it and I couldn't stop reading it either, and I wanted to know more about what this was actually about. And then The Cure did that great song, Killing of an Arab, which also made me love the book as well, because who doesn't love The Cure? Second book I've picked is Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian. Phenomenal book, masterpiece. One of the greatest retellings, I think, of the beginning of America. Is brutal, it's savage, beautifully written, economic and lean. Similar to Camus, very lean, muscular style of writing. The book that I did choose was Mark Lanigan's, sadly his last book that he wrote, Devil in a Coma, about his experiences with COVID. I read it just before he died. Mark was a really dear friend of mine. And I was really proud of him because he wrote himself out of his first book. It felt like he was really moving somewhere with his writing, and I loved the fragmentary kind of format of it, with poetry, with snippets of his memory. It reminded me of that beautiful book Fragments of Marilyn Monroe's poetry, that was just a collection of letters that she wrote that was found in a shoebox of somebody who inherited them or something like that. That's a beautiful book, Fragments by Marilyn Monroe. And Mark's book reminded me of that. Is sort of his whole experience being in a coma, coming out of it, what he experienced in there, and fighting to stay alive. You know, a guy who spent most of his life trying to destroy himself. This was a book about wanting to live. And sadly we lost him, so that was a really sad day. And my own book, which of course you must buy, Chicle de Nina Simone. I mean, that's even better than the English title. There it is. Beautiful photo by Bled and Butcher. I've just written an afterword for this. Came out in September, and I'm very happy to be on Alpha Decay, the mighty Alpha Decay here in Barcelona, and happy to be here in this wonderful bookshop opposite a man with the most beautiful moustache I've ever seen and the most fabulous pair of glasses I've ever seen in my life. Hasta la vista.